If you say so. I didn't leave.
Especially on one that you can watch it on or whatever.
I am on the motorboat. Chris, you froze.
Not yet.
Oh, I was going to say you just moved. It looks like you're froze.
There. Hi.
Yes, it doesn't. Go ahead.
Hello, Albert. Hey, West. Hey, Nina.
Hey, Albert. Hey, West. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you, West. In Veil Stream, but I was having the kids type, and they're kind of getting attitudey.
Okay, Mike. I'm going to go ahead and get off this so we can get this going. I sent the link for you if you want to try to come up.
Hi, Nina. Hi, sweetheart.
Okay.
I see the link.
Okay.
I love all my pupils.
Yep.
I love all my pupils. Even the weirdo with foot fetish.
Just share. Thank you, Wes. She said it's okay.
Okay.
Hi, sister.
Hi, honey. I didn't want to make you mad. I'm like, say hi. And they're like, I'm busy. So I mean, oh, you gotta love kids.
Yes. Foot fetish.
You can keep it.
I'll be right back, guys. I need to go find my e-liquid.
Yeah. We asked the oldest one to get it. He goes, I'll be back down. Guess
Lying
what?
son of a bitch.
He never came back down.
Right. Keep them entertained.
But good news. We got them out. The people that were staying with them, they're out of there. Finally. Thank God. So they've been cleaning all day today. So I had to go to work at 5, but Austin's still cleaning. Because when he went up there, when you were still there, he was so mad that he just flipped the bed. And then them people ended up, hurry up, Froggy joined, honey. I think that was Froggy, I hope.
She's gonna have to hold her tushy.
Hold your tushy, Tanya. He's coming.
You can't rush perfection.
Yeah, right.
She's trying to say perfection. What the fuck is he talking about?
When you fart, honey, it ain't no perfection. Trust me.
Hello, frog legs.
Hi.
Bad part about we don't have a picture of you.
Yeah, because every time I join this stupid fucking app, it won't let me use my camera.
Oh, really?
Huh.
But only when I'm joining you.
And
so we're gonna have fun.
If you go to video on the very bottom, hit the arrow next to the camera, you should be able to switch it. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, it just brings me to OBS, no video. And my webcam says, looks like your camera is locked by another application or is not installed properly. But we literally just used it.
Right. That's weird. But we're going to have fun today, guys. Tanya gets to pick Braxis's head or brain. Wait a minute. Tanya? How can you pick something that doesn't exist?
Okay, lunatic dad wannabe.
I said it differently. Because you even said you didn't have a mind.
So you ready to get this show on the road?
Yes, sir. But before we start, I do want to let everybody know, even with him being as good as he is, there are things that some people don't know. It doesn't mean that he is anything less or better than us. We are all the same. Just everybody has a different, not, yeah.
But also, Tanya, the thing is, he don't even know some of this shit. Well, he had to phone a friend how many times?
Yeah, I've had to look
I had to phone a friend how many times?
a lot, but it does not mean that any of us is worse or better than anybody else.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to the paranormal, it doesn't
Everybody has different beliefs.
it doesn't matter where your experience level is,
Yep.
because everybody investigates different,
and
and everybody is always learning. It doesn't matter if you've been in it for a year or 50 years.
Yep.
Nobody's completely perfect when it comes to the paranormal.
When you talk to Danny's like, there's no expert out here, but always learning something new.
And that boy's been in it for over 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not here for a million years. Let me pull up the chat because we already got 24 things. What up, my Mike? What up, Everett?
Oh, Mike meeting there.
What up, Jim?
Cool. I'm Mike.
All right. So let's get these questions underway.
All right.
Wow, she's getting all professional, slamming her cue card.
Question number one.
I told her on Tuesday, hang on, Tanya. I told her on Tuesday that we were going to do this. By Wednesday, she had beginner, intermediate, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, holy crap. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So, question number one. Why is it important to journal your experiences?
Why is it important to journal them?
Yes.
Well, it's for one, documentation of what you experience. Doesn't matter if you caught it on camera, but they're your own personal experiences. Mm-hmm. And the reason why you should really carry a journal, that way you can make notes. Like if you're at somebody's residence or a store or any type of building that has a haunted past, and somebody's showing you around, like St. Albans, per se, they will tell you where all the hot spots are. You can mark it down in your journal so you can actually hit those areas harder than any of the other areas. Oh, am I supposed to say hell yeah for Lunatic Dad?
No. Oh. I was just writing, why or why not should you go out alone?
Me, I go out alone for the simple reason it's more of an adrenaline rush. But the reason why you should go out alone is in case if somebody gets hurt, falls, twists an ankle, or anything like that, because we really don't want to see anyone actually getting hurt out there while doing this.
My favorite thing... Go ahead.
More and less, it's you should never investigate alone for those reasons.
My favorite saying for him, let him be the only professional idiot. Okay?
I like that one.
And he's not
really I have to be a professional at something. Why not being an idiot?
Number 3. Should you take Sage on an investigation?
You can. I don't condone it. I actually would rather see people take precautions like that. That way, if something does get too... Stop. too hairy for you, you can actually get it to where you can sage down to break any connection.
Nice, nice. 4. Explain the difference between a ghost spirit and entity.
A ghost spirit and an entity. Well, it depends on how you're looking at it. An entity can, just like a spirit, it can be good, bad, evil, but and to me, I believe an entity can do more harm to you than what a spirit can. And that's more or less the major difference in it. In my own opinion.
Why should you not call a spirit ghost Daddy or Casper?
Are you trying to have this ghost get sexual with you?
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, we have ran into those types of spirits, but hey, more power to
That doesn't answer why you should not.
them. I guess it just depends on the type of outcome you want. I have no clue. So why shouldn't you call a spirit Daddy or Casper?
Because you never know what their real name is, and they might take offense to being called Casper or Daddy.
But they might like it too.
Wait, the only one that we should call Daddy is Mike.
Yes.
Daddy.
Why should you not? Oh, I read that one.
I'm
Can
sorry.
you go ghost hunting if you do not fully believe?
Yeah.
We're live. Stop.
Because for the simple reason,
We're live.
in my personal opinion, the better ghost hunter is the one that's trying to debunk everything. And when they finally can't do it, that means you actually got some real evidence.
That was, why is it important not to think everything as a spirit?
Because it's possibly that it's not. You can get the same sounds that a spirit can give off as a house is settling, like creakiness of the floors, which could replicate footsteps. But it depends on the age of the house or place that you're at, and you have to take accountable for the settling of the floors, the house, everything.
Okay, we were filming with a guy, okay? And he stood behind me and he goes, or quiet like that. I'm like, would you stop? And he's like, what? And I said, you're the one that said my name because it was your voice and I heard it. And he's like, it wasn't me. It was him. You know, so you can't take everything as, you know, being a spirit or anything.
Right.
Why should you not taunt a ghost or poltergeist?
You could get hurt by taunting or
picking on, calling them names.
Right. It could upset that spirit or poltergeist. And a lot of us know what poltergeists are. They can actually throw things at you and you could possibly get seriously injured.
Somebody did used to taunt, didn't they, Chris?
Who, me?
Yes, you. See, I told you he's a professional idiot, guys.
I still do,
but that's only
but
when
in other ways.
Only when they started.
Yes.
What? What's wrong? What?
They stole the Steelbook for Call of Duty Ghosts on the 360, the first Call of Duty game that I got, Taylor.
Really?
Yeah.
Go. For right
Sorry.
now.
But I'm gonna buy this one off of Mercari for $20.
Better hope it's a
Just
real
wait.
site.
Just wait.
It's the real one.
Just wait.
Why would I wait? I gotta get it for her because if she realizes that that one is gone, she is going to lose her fucking shit. She
But
is going to go cuckoo.
does
for
it,
Coco.
We are live.
she's already been gone.
Go.
So
For right
yeah,
now.
but I think if I get that one,
Can we talk about
She
this
won't
later?
realize.
talk and wait, because I'm going to ask you something about it.
Sorry about that.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
We're dealing with a lot of shit. Okay, so.
I totally get it. You're fine. Okay. What prayers should you say before and after each investigation?
Well, of course, way we usually started out, we say a prayer to the Archangel Michael to keep us safe, keep everybody on our stream safe. But also, you should also say a prayer to thank
never mind, I
them.
found it. It was in Cody's room.
Okay,
Everything's good.
calm down. Oh my God. Okay, hello.
It's okay. We understand.
Go ahead, Archangel Michael, and then what?
Saying a prayer to thank them.
Yeah.
What is a place memory?
To me, that is like a resilient haunt,
Residual, I mean, or
a residual haunt, which is basically like a video capturing their last days on Earth that will just keep replaying over and over and over. And basically, that's a residual haunt. When you get answers back, that is an intelligent haunt. But it's more or less a residual haunt that is a memory basically burnt into time.
Like the house that we had up north, our girlfriend, she could see the spirits, and she was down there, and she goes, "You have a residual haunt," and I'm like, "Well, what are they doing?" They're just going through papers, and once they go through the papers, they go through them again. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
kind of different, but okay.
Basically, it's just a replay of time.
Explain what the different types of hauntings there are.
Well, I just explained too. The residual haunts a placement of time. It's just a memory burnt into time that keeps replaying itself. Intelligence haunt is where you can go through, ask questions, and get a direct answer to those questions. Then you got a poltergeist, which can be a wicked one, because they have the ability to pick up items, throw them, move them, actually do some physical harm to you. And now my brain shut down.
Demonic.
The bed, Chris.
Oh, demonic, of course, is a being that never walked on Earth as a living soul, and they are worse than what a poltergeist
is.
Then you got the Wailing Banshee, which is a tragic death, which is believed to be over like in Ireland area, Scotland. And if you hear her bellow, you will die. What else?
Windigo? Is that what it is? Or?
That's not really
I
a
don't
haunt,
know,
though.
I don't know. I don't
That
know.
would be more or less classified as a demon / skinwalker, which is a skinwalker is a spirit of a medicine man that decides to take that choice to become a skinwalker by killing the thing that he loves the most.
Explain what shadow people are and why are they here.
Shadow people is like, I don't know if you guys seen like a black image or a black apparition. That's basically what a shadow person is. A lot of times they're appear to you because they want you to see them. Why they are here.
Is it unfinished business? I don't know.
Possibly unfinished business. But they tend to hide their actual identity until they feel safe and comfortable with you.
And yes, I'm taking notes on everything you say. So
Yes,
that's
I
why it
know.
takes me
Yeah,
a
'cause,
second.
you know, you're gonna turn it into more questions. We know.
Uh-huh. What is a good set of tools for a beginner on a budget, and why them tools?
Okay, everybody has a cell phone, or 99% of the people have cell phones. Use your camera on the cell phone. That's how I started. A notebook. That way you can write down certain things and you can take a written message to yourself on the
Welcome
layout
back,
of the
sweetie.
property. A digital voice recorder is another good one. You can get that for as low as $20. Depends on where you go to get it.
Flashlight.
A flashlight. I do recommend something that's at least 1,000 lumens compared to a regular flashlight at 300 because it will shine out just a little bit further than a 300 lumen. I know the one I was running or the one I bought when I was started out, it didn't shine out as far as I thought it would be, but it did help a little bit more to see what's on the ground. But that's basically about all you really need to start out on a budget. Right there, digital recorder, what did I say, about $20?
Yeah.
The 1,000 lumen light, you can get that at Walmart. It's a work light. I paid about $20 for it. Notebook, you can get that anywhere from, depends on where you go, for like $1 to $3. A pack of pens is like about $1, depends on where you go.
Good deal. Good deal. Why do some haunted locations use portals? What are portals, and what are some why are some locations more haunted than others?
A lot of people don't know that they're using the portals, but a lot of the reasons why the portals are there is because somebody possibly played with the Ouija board, which opens a portal, and they didn't shut it down, so it left that portal open. They are used by spirits to enter into our realm from purgatory or another dimension or anything like that. But with that being open, it does tend to intensify the haunting a little.
Now with the Ouija board, a lot of people don't even understand them. We went into a pawn, or he went into a pawn shop. They had the Ouija board sitting there. The place was on top, and it was saran wrap to the freaking Ouija board. What?
And now they moved their shop to another location.
And
probably has that Ouija board at that place, so it opened up another portal.
It just followed, you know. So, and going back to the question before this one, Tanya, there is also apps that you can use on your phone too. So
yeah,
so that would help.
there's a bunch of free apps. One of them that I've used was the PXB7, which is like the SB7. It seems to work real well. I've had my name come across it many of times. I had the town that I used to live in come across it. What state I was from. But yeah.
Forgot about the mechatronics too.
Thank you, Mike. I will add that to next week's questions.
Misty,
Let me get that wrote down.
I said free.
Oh.
Necrophonics you have to pay for if you have the Google.
Well,
have
not if you have an
Android.
iPhone. If you have an iPhone.
I'm listening to you, Mike. I got it written down for next week's question. And hi, Dory.
Dory. Dory?
The story of Dory.
Hi, Dory.
Hey, Dory.
How you doing, honey?
Okay. Why does weather affect the location or haunting?
Well, a lot of people say when it rains and lightning, it puts energy in the air that the spirits can draw from, especially with lightning. That's a big ball of energy right there. And they can draw from that to intensify the haunt. Just like certain stones can intensify it, or running water. It's all energy that's being built up. Limestone is a real good one that helps provide spirits energy. And that's not even weather.
Yeah, we will get it. I'll just write it in my notes.
You know, she's got like 2 or 3 books. She's trying to.
She has about 20 books. I know my froggy.
Yeah, I'm reading one. I'm writing everything in the other one. Why should you not whisper during an investigation?
It could possibly cause contamination to the evidence. If you whisper, somebody's going to think, oh my God, did you hear that?
Kind of like the guy trying to call my name a smartass.
Right.
Okay.
It could contaminate everything. And if you get enough of that, people are going to start figuring it out and then possibly deem you as being fake.
What is contamination?
Contamination is any noise that is able to be debunked that is not caused by a spirit, like cars running up and down the expressway, doors slamming, of people coming in, going in and out of a building, music being played in the back of the stage that they claim it's haunted. Anything that can make noise or anything like that is basically contamination. Like I said, even by somebody whispering could be classified as contamination of the evidence.
What is pareidoia?
I remember asking that, but I forgot what I said. Oh, I know. Hearing things that's not there.
Yes.
That's it. I remembered. Yay! You're so out of it. You're like,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, we've been working hard on these questions. In some shows like Supernatural, Charmed, Harry Potter, Vampire Diaries, do they have some truth to them?
In a way, yes. Because there are still witches that practice spells like in Charmed, Harry Potter.
But not everything is real, though. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
There are some truth behind them. Vampire Diaries, yes. There are still vampires in the world, but they're not the type of vampires you think. I have actually did a research on this to find out the truth on it. If vampires actually did exist, like they said in the olden days, where they suck your blood to keep themselves looking young. Unfortunately, the vampires that are here on Earth today they feed off your aura, your energy, and things like that. There were in their research, there is over 1,000 vampires just in New York City alone that will feed off the aura that you put out, your energy, and stuff like that.
Which actually, I have a next week. We're gonna get into that one, and there's a reason why. Okay, what is the difference between facts, myths, and folklore?
Facts, myths, and folklores.
Yes.
Well, facts. Everybody knows what facts are. It's the truth that it cannot be anything else. We had a video that we got up from Aberdeen, North Carolina, of her using her helmet cam, and she caught a full body apparition in another room. And the fact is, you could actually make out the body lines of this person and everything else. Folklores are stories that were told, that were handed down, and a lot of them are believed to be true. They say Bigfoot, just using a Sasquatch as an example, is a folklore that's been passed down for centuries. And a lot of the reasons why people think they exist, which they do in a way. I have been told I have caught apparitions of these. I have been told I even caught one on film while out videoing an area. But if you go back into the caves during the caveman period, during the caveman period, you see these pictures of creatures that are like double the height of what they would classify as a person. So they must have existed somewhere along that period. And was a species that inhabited, who says they're not still running around today? Now, myths. These are even stories that have been passed back longer than what folklores have.
Or let's just say, false. I don't know.
No, not all of them. Because if you myths is a shorter word for mythology. And if you go back, there's Greek mythology, which deals with these myths and legends like Zeus, Poseidon.
I know.
Yeah.
Hades,
yeah.
Thor, whatever.
Explain why different religions use hell to scare people.
Why do different religions use hell to scare people? Mostly to make sure they do good in the world, I guess. Who wants to go to a land of fire and lava? Get me out of this.
Yeah, but you made me go there.
There's not many people that would want to live their life like that, being punished for things you've done while walking the earth.
What is the difference between folklore and mythology?
We already answered that.
No, that was myth. Folklore did.
Facts.
Facts. Mythology, that's where I was getting at. Mythology is basically older stories and folklores. Folklores do have truth, and some believes mythology also has truth, but it's just to generate the periods that it goes back in.
Also, just so people know, folklore is on a smaller spectrum, even though it is a wider range where it's spread out wider. It's a smaller region, like mythical creatures, a specific mythical creature with a specific location, with a specific time, day, whatnot.
Basically, like Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot, Mothman, the Grass Man,
Yes, and
Chupacabra.
mythology is like God and Zeus and whatnot. It's a bigger spectrum.
You know what I was getting at.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not a lot of people in chat might not have knew what I was going at.
Yeah, he's rambling now.
What is the difference between paganism, Wicca, and occult?
Paganism or paganism?
Yes.
Well, pagan is the main thing that everybody talks about. It doesn't matter if you go to a Baptist church or Christian church, it all started out with pagan. And then people ended up adapting their own culture to that book or the Bible. Occult is basically a cult. One of the biggest cult leaders was Charles Manson. He got a group of people that believed that he was right. He was out there for the righteous things, and they killed for him. And Wicca,
Keep going.
Come on.
Wicca is.
Wicca, more or less, it does with the spells and protection of the 5 elements. You got earth, fire, wind, water, spirit.
That's 5, Chris. Earth, water, wind, fire,
Earth,
spirit.
air, fire, water, spirit.
You interrupted me, and I forgot what I was going to say.
I said you had them all.
Yes, I know, but you interrupted me.
Okay, can I also say that paganism is an umbrella term?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I tell you what I thought it was? Pagan was for men, Wicca was for women, and occult is just for psychos.
Well, back in the old age, paganism was all about like preserving the earth and about the earth and the gods and the holy, that. But it also broke down into different categories. Wicca is more about the magical and spells and whatnot. Who is the group Sugar Daddy?
Mike!
Oh, Daddy!
Wow, we were almost in sync on that.
What is an EVP?
Electronic voice phenomenon that is caught on either A, camera, B, a digital voice recorder, or C, some people can actually hear the voice and no one else can.
Okay, so explain what a phenomenon is.
A phenomenon. Ooh.
Go.
And I explained this the other day.
I'm lost. I don't know.
A phenomenon. It's
never going to change. It's the same thing. Phenomenon.
Yeah, phenomenon.
He's stalling. Do you know what that?
Yes. Leave me alone.
He's trying to
Basically,
stall.
it's a power that is Now I'm getting tired.
Unbelievable.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, it's a power that's unbelievably charged by
Could you say?
some people. Huh?
Could we break it down and say that a phenomenon is like a voice that or a like shadow or something along those lines that is there? It shouldn't be there because
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a force that should not be there.
Thank you.
Or a force that a certain person should not be able to control.
Yes. What is the process of dying?
Process of dying?
Yeah, like after you die. What is the process of death?
Oh, you go through, well, after you get buried, you go through purgatory. Your soul leaves your body and you wind up in purgatory, which a lot of people don't believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Until you are ready to either A, go move on to the light, or B, go to hell.
See, here's the thing. My uncle passed away, okay? He came through to me. I never knew died until like in December when I called, but this was November. And he came to me for help, right? So I'm telling my aunt about it. She said, "Oh no, we never believed in purgatory. If he came through and wanted help, obviously he believed in it."
And people like that are hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
They believe Jesus can come back and
No,
walk the earth, but they don't believe in the Spirit itself.
you're going ahead on this one.
Can you get a good investigation at a cemetery?
Yes.
Very good.
Why?
A lot
of the people that are in cemeteries that have not passed on are still walking those grounds. There are spirits everywhere. And just because it's a cemetery doesn't mean a thing. You can get some of your best evidence from a cemetery, my own belief. You can just get as good as evidence at a cemetery as what you can actually get at a haunted place or a place that has had a bad history.
Look at that. We're halfway through the questions and it's only 44 minutes. Does editing your videos affect your evidence?
Yes.
Yes. Definitely.
For the simple reason when you edit where you don't think you hear something, you might be editing something out that is actually there.
And not only that, Chris, but I figure like we do our straightforward, right? But if you're editing, it's easy to fake stuff. Sorry, that's the way I see it. So, it's my opinion.
Or you can edit out what you have already seen that you did fake just to make it look good.
Right.
What is a possession and oppression?
I don't nothing I do, Harlan, because I don't know the answer. It's hard.
What is
Possession
possession?
and not oppression.
A possession is where you have something that's actually that is taking over your body. A repression is
Oppression.
She said repression.
Oppression.
Well, anyways, it is basically the starting form of a possession. Basically, it starts out as an attachment, and the longer it is with you, it will start to become one with yourself and start into a possession.
Oh, good answer. Good answer.
Why do demons take form of children, and do they prefer a gender?
No, they don't prefer gender, but the reason why they take form as a child is because a child is a free soul and more trustworthy than like an adult.
Mhm. Yep.
I spelled soul wrong.
Shame on you, Frog Legs.
Well, I'm trying to write and ask at the same time.
Yeah, I know, Hippity Hop.
You're watching True Blood.
I am not.
My son just choked himself out.
Let me catch my breath.
Fine.
What can you tell after what can you smell after a successful exorcism?
Sulfur, rotten eggs.
Why those things?
Well, sulfur is usually related with a demonic possession or any type of possession as it is, and it's just the odor that they give off.
Mike, I hope you are writing questions too, so that way you can send them to me. How can you tell if someone is possessed? What are the signs to a possession?
Well, with me, when I had my attachment from the beginning, I started hearing voices. I started seeing things.
Oh my god.
I know I am not God.
You are. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
What was that?
Started seeing things. Okay. Hearing things.
I started seeing things. I started hearing things, and when I decided to start blocking that out, I started feeling like I was being watched everywhere I was going.
They keep to themselves. I know.
Yeah, I kept to myself constantly. I didn't want to be around anyone. I'm going to throw things at people.
Hi.
Go, you weird child.
Hi. Hi.
But yeah, I start.
Oh god.
You got to count of 3 to leave,
You might.
or I will become possessed.
Oh, don't become. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't become a fakey McFakerson from Fakerville faking.
No, go.
Can you shut my door?
Daddy.
Hi, I'm here.
Come on!
I bring life into your live streams. Sorry.
No, you don't.
You're confusing Tanya. No,
Hi,
go.
Tanya.
Hi, Austin.
Hi.
I'm about ready to rip his throat out.
I leave now. Bye bye.
Mine too.
Shut the door. Move over.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
doorknob
open
can go
it.
right in the butt.
Anyways,
The back.
yeah, I stuck to myself. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be around anyone, and that went on for about 1.5 years.
Something's near Missy.
Huh?
Something's near Missy.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Everything else is normal, but Missy's face.
Well,
Thank
Missy,
you. If my face is never normal. Okay.
that's the truth.
Oh God. So am I morphing? I'm the morphin man.
Mike, do you see that? Okay, let's push on.
Yes.
If someone has an attachment and travels to another haunted location, does the attachment leave? Can it affect your investigation?
Does the attachment leave? No. Once it's an attachment, it's with you
Yeah.
until you can go get it physically removed, either by a priest or somebody that knows what they're doing to remove that attachment. And if you go to another haunted location with that attachment, it could get very messed up.
Okay, we got a person.
Plus,
sitting here.
on top of it, I dealt with it.
We had
Okay,
a person.
how could it get messed up?
It could intensify everything in
Yes.
your next investigation. It could become possessive of you during that investigation. It could rile up other entities or spirits at that location.
We had a person here, staying here for a couple months. We were gonna go to St. Albans. This person wanted to go with us, and I'm like, Chris, she ain't going.
No, it wasn't St. Albans. That was like Shawnee.
Oh no, Lake Shawnee.
Because
Yeah,
we already went to
Yeah.
St. Albans.
Yeah.
We took Tot.
that's right. Yeah. It was what Lake Shawnee, right? You know.
Which was the best time of my life.
And no, it's not sacred just because Omar Gosh is there. Okay,
No, there's an Indian burial ground there.
that's why it's sacred.
Next.
Why do people make, buy, own, sell divot boxes, and what are they?
Evil.
They are not evil. A divot box is something that you can trap an evil spirit
Oh,
in.
see, okay,
Oh,
they're not evil.
I'm going to smack somebody upside the head after I pull on her ponytail.
Yeah, I know what you want to smack me with, so stop.
She said it, I didn't. And that'd be kind of weird since we are on a live stream
Yeah, I
and
know.
Amy's sitting right there up against the door
Yep.
to make sure Austin stays out. Anyways, they are sealed with wax and they're not evil unless you open and it let out what's ever trapped in there.
It's still evil.
It is not. They are harmless until you open it.
Where do they come from?
Islamic or Jewish or something. I don't know. Oh, I'll find out. Pass.
Shit.
I called my friend.
Hush. Trying to think.
You're gonna fall asleep when you're trying to think.
I think it's like a Jewish ritual.
Yes.
I said Jewish or not Islamic. I didn't know.
One of
Why?
those countries.
Can you tell me what happens if you open one?
You release hell on earth.
Evil. Oh.
Basically, if you guys have seen Possession, the movie Possession, that was about a little girl that actually opened up the divot box and it made her life a living hell.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between a shapeshifter, skinwalker, and a Windigo?
Well, I already touched base on the Skinwalker. It's basically a medicine man that killed their loved one to basically take on the form of a Skinwalker, which is an Indian. Windigo, I forgot. Heartbroken?
Yep.
It's in the American theme.
Yeah. And a shapeshifter is one that can change its facial features, which I've been told I do a lot
What you said
in
I
my
did.
videos.
Oh. I think it was the Braxes covering me up. That's what it was. Yep. My face don't change. So it was the Braxes. He did it.
cannot blame me for all your mistakes.
Hey, if my face goes weird, I'm blaming him. Okay.
Can a shapeshifter change form to animals?
I think they can change anything, can't they?
I believe they can change to anything.
I think they can. Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean,
I don't know if they can change themselves into a toaster, but
documentaries.
they
like,
can do animals just like the skinwalkers.
They can do all the
But-
animals they want, but weird.
But they can also shapeshift into another person.
Yeah.
What is a succubus and an incubus?
Incubus is a male violent spirit, which is basically a sexual spirit. Succubus is a female, but the thing with the succubus, they can also play a male role. We got 7 in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Where do ghost demons go after you rebuke them?
Back to hell. And basically that means once you go through and do everything, they would basically be sent right back to hell where they came from and where they belong.
Why is it important to know a demon's true name?
So you can have power over it.
Now, I've always heard that you cannot rebuke a demon if you do not know the name.
Right. Just like in Conjuring Part 2,
Mm-hmm.
where they went over to England.
That's why we say there are some truth to some of the shows.
Yeah.
Other ones are just Hollywood, you know?
Lorraine knew the nun's name, and she had all power over that demon.
Wasn't that Valak?
Yup, Valak.
Why do they associate schizophrenia and possessions?
There's a lot of the same qualities to both.
Explain further.
Oh, you want me to explain? Well, I don't know too much about schizophrenia, but from what I do know, a lot of people with it, they do hear voices. Just like when I went through what I went through, I heard the voices. I heard a lot of things that was saying kill them all.
But you were strong enough to block it out, though.
And with schizophrenia, a lot of the people that are in the mental asylums for that, because they can't control it, they do hear multiple voices in their heads.
And if you guys didn't know, my son does have schizophrenia. And some days I think he is possessed.
Well, and I also told you when you are able to get here, I'll work with them on trying to control those voices.
I know. Explain the difference of pagan Wicca and Luciferism and devil worshipping.
Devil worshipping is praising the devil. I know that, but
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what Lucifer is. So
Lucifer, basically, a lot is the devil.
Like,
You
Can't
could almost break it down into one's good, one's bad.
Oh.
Why and how does demons, evil spirits, affect someone's personality and behaviors?
With them, a lot of times it leads into possession and they have full control over your body. It doesn't matter if you try to fight it, a lot of times you will lose unless you can get that demon or evil soul repented from your body.
Okay, now on that, I know that there is actually a demon that will make you, like, if it's around you or attached, I'm not saying possessed, but attached, it will feed into fighting, so you become more aggressive with other people.
Yep. It does happen.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I didn't have to go through that.
But see, he's got the amount of fortitude to like make it not happen. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people.
The reason why it does happen, they start breaking down your willpower in your heart, and they tend to win.
See, when I call him a professional idiot, it's not only that I'm just joking around, but he's got the mindset like I'm not scared of anything, and you know I'll do what I gotta do.
Okay, basically, guys, to sum it up, mind over power will win. Will and heart over power will win.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a few people that gets put in these dangerous situations that have came over and won it. I'm not trying to say I'm that much of a special person because I'm just who I am. I'm me. But I've always been brought up not to give up without a fight.
Right.
I have another question that kind of bases along the same line. Do you think knowledge is power?
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Having the knowledge over your opponent will give you all strategies to defeat that opponent.
So do you think you being a demonologist helps with not being taken over?
I can say let's put it this way. In my perspective, I would say yes. But there are some of the great demonologists out there that has actually been taken over because they've been through so much with certain demons or evil entities or spirits that it warms down so much that they have nothing else to fight with. It drains them that bad.
And I have something else to say too. The demonology class that we did together, it wasn't even half.
It was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it was just diving a little bit into it. Not fully.
There is a book out there that's like a good 4 inches thick, and it only has like half of the demons in there that you can confront.
That was just barely the tip of the iceberg.
That was basically about half of the actual book.
So, you know,
if not half, a third of it.
We could have a lot to learn. Like that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I know everything about demonology because I don't.
No,
but the best part about it, I do have something that states that I passed the demonology class. And like I said, it was only the tip of the iceberg. They ran you down the bare basics of everything.
We know more other people that know more than what we do. So
hold on, guys. Mike, are you in the chat? I have an issue on my side, and I want to see if Mike's heard it too. Mike, are you on the chat? If not, I have it marked down. So
Yeah, Hurley.
In between 103 and 105.50 or 104.50, did you hear it go muffled?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
That's why I want to hear if it's on. See if it's
But
see if it's on my end or if it was on the string.
some followed us back.
Because I've already like something was in front of her face earlier. Okay, something. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys after the stream about that.
Okay.
One. If someone has emotional behavior disability, is it easier for them to be taken over, and why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you go in with emotions, it gives them something to feed off from.
Yeah.
And with it being an emotional disability, they're always going to be emotional and they crave on that shit. Me, I tried to go in there with no emotions, no fear, no feeling, no nothing. As a lot of you guys have seen on my videos, to basically go back to what Lunatic Dad said, I seen you go out there in your older videos, you go out there all happy go lucky, can't wait to get it started, and then 2 seconds later,
A change.
you in a snap of the fingers, your whole demeanor changed immediately. And then after I'm done, I'm back to myself.
Can you tell us what are the different forms of demonology?
That's one I don't remember. I really don't remember it.
Mike, if you could answer that question, throw it up in chat.
I don't even know if I even had it in the course I took.
No, not really.
Well, he's throwing that up in chat. Why don't we move on to the next one?
Okay.
Why do earth, air, fire, water, and spirit affect the location and investigation?
Well, those are the main elements of Wicca. And not only that, it's not only the main elements, but that's also what the elementals are ran through.
On his tattoo, it's a pentagram with Celtic knot, and it's got all the elements.
All of the elements symbols.
So people say, "Oh, it's a pentagram, and that's evil." No, not the way he has it.
So if let's say you're in between, I don't know what constantly has fire. A tire pit. There's always fire going, and the river, and the mountains, and a cemetery. You know, you're in between all of the different elements.
Yeah.
Would that make a place more haunted than not?
Yes, it would. Because you got all the elementals there. And if you don't please all of them, it could really drive the energy way up.
And a lot of times when we've been out on investigations, we've had to bring offerings to the elementals, you know,
to make them happy.
Right.
One cemetery I went to, I heard running water where there was a dried up creek bed. I went and asked for permission to continue the investigation that I was doing there to help teach two other people on to be paranormal investigators. It's not only that, it's also to keep not only myself but those two that were learning safe.
And I know we touched base on this one a little bit, but what is an energy vampire?
An energy vampire is a vampire that looks like a human, but he feeds off from your energy that you put out. If you're like in an area and you seem to be drained of your energy real quick or quicker than normal, there is a vampire that's feeding off from you. It's not to kill you, but they want to steal your energy.
Did somebody hear that?
That was my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it sounded like a turning signal, like, or
She was charging
when
her phone
seatbelt goes
for
beep,
tonight.
beep, beep, you know.
Yep. And literally, the brand new chargers, my phone sucks.
Well, it sounds like your phone sucks.
It does. Can energy vampires be human?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a definite.
They can go out during the day just like us. They can go out at night like us. But the only difference between them and us, they just feed off your energy. Like I said, in New York, the statistics at the time when I looked it up, there was over 1,000 energy vampires there in New York alone. And that's just New York City.
Can you tell the signs? Can you give, okay, so like, say I have somebody in my life that's an energy vampire, and yes, I know that one of the main signs is that you're always like low on energy, but could you tell me another sign or how the person will act that you know that they're draining your energy?
Probably hypo. I don't know.
More or less fatigue because they're draining your energy.
What, fatigue? You mean?
Fatigue.
So we said okay.
But is
But that was part of the question. She wants
thought
to know
meant,
another
how do you
sign.
know- No, like I thought she meant how do you know that there is one around?
No,
I don't know.
that's not what she said.
Okay.
okay, so I've actually done a little research on this one, so I'll help you out on this one. One of the ways, what?
When don't you research?
I'm always researching.
I
It's
think
better
when I
to-
researched this, we were up in
Michigan?
Harrison.
Mhm.
Does that tell you how long it was?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay, so part of the way you can tell if you have an energy vampire near you is no matter whether you're happy or excited, they're going to try and bring you down. With if you go up to them and you're like, "Oh man, I got this new job. I'm so excited." They're going to be like, "Yeah, but what about your animals? What about your child? What about?" And they're going to constantly feed that negative thought into your head. So that way you're starting to think negatively, and they're going to pull the emotions from that. Now, another way is, say I'm talking to Chris, and there's an energy vampire in the group. They're going to turn that whole entire conversation towards them. They're going to make it about them. They're going to make you want to talk about them. They're going to make you feel exhausted. And by the time you get home, you're just going to pass out because they cannot be excited for you.
Yep.
Like I said, it was a while since I researched anything like
Tanya, I
that.
have a question.
What?
Would you consider phoning a friend?
Yes, that's because no, that's not no, because we ain't got it. That's me and you, and you all know I did my research while I was writing these questions down because
Right.
I wanted to know the question. I wanted to know the answers to the questions in case he didn't know it.
Well, like I said, it's been a while. That's been before the death of Taylor. When I
And that was
researched
what,
it,
12 years ago?
Taylor
And
passed
this
away
is
10 years ago.
yeah. So this is why Tanya does research, so that way I can inform other people. All right, let's move on to 19 because we still got a bunch of questions left. How do you train or become a demonologist?
There's classes that you can take, but a lot of it
Doing research.
is research, taking the classes, years of classes.
Yeah, years.
Not just a class that I took, like I took online, but there's a lot more to it
Honestly,
than what I did.
We were done in like what, 5-6 hours for that.
Well, it
Little bit.
took us like a
It was
week,
over,
but
yeah.
I was also working my ass off.
Right.
Do you think that in order to become a demonologist, you have to, besides for research and classes, do you think that you have to open up your mind to all forms of life and afterlife in order
Yeah.
to become one?
Yeah.
Or can you just take classes and do research and be like, yeah, I understand?
No.
Well,
Because before you can even take those classes at an actual demonologist school, you would have to get a paper signed by your minister or the head person of the church that you go to say it's even okay.
So let's say you don't go to church, but you believe in paganism. Can you become a demonologist that way?
About the only way is the way I did it. And
Okay.
that's by taking the online classes, and then you still got a bunch of shit you even have to study.
there's still a lot.
Because with demonology, they go over possessions, they go over on how to get rid of those possessions and things like that.
The class that we took
So
had nothing with
when
like,
you talk about demonology, there is over 30 years of studying to be a demonologist, a full-blooded certified demonologist.
Hey, guess what? Hard questions are going to be about.
demonology.
Wait, I thought we were breaking it up in 3 different areas.
We are.
We're still
We
on
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to make a part 2 of beginners.
I can make a million questions and do the research. I just need a full week and not 4 days.
Yeah, well, you did great.
Well, for something like that, I kind of figured you were going to take a couple weeks.
Oh no, honey, I'm quick on that one. A lot of this stuff I also know, and a lot of this stuff, like I sit and talk to Mike about this stuff. I love picking people's brains. That is my biggest thing. I love picking people's brains and researching.
I probably would have had a lot of better answers for a lot of them if I was more awake.
Tanya, can we go up to 25 and then make a part 2?
We only have 5 more questions. So.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that.
Well, bring them on.
Okay.
What is the 9th pentagram?
Oh.
Pass.
It's an inverted pentagram.
I'm passing.
I won't make you get into more of that. If Mike wants to get into that, he can.
Well,
Well, the one
we
I
got-
seen, it was
we
just
got-
an inverted pentagram without the circle.
Is there different realms, and how
Right.
do they? How is portals open between the realms? And can somebody on the other side open said realm?
What does that mean?
Huh?
First question: what is different realms?
Me?
Different realms is like a parallel universe.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually open up portals between those parallel universes
By using spirit boards and stuff.
by using your
Yeah.
Ouija boards, your spirit boxes, and stuff like that, Missy.
Huh?
Huh?
Why are you telling me? She asked a question.
But you said,
Oh,
huh?
I was looking at her. I thought she was going.
Can someone else in another realm open
Yes.
a portal?
I did love everything.
Yes. By the same means that we open them.
Can you tell me what the three main archangels are?
Michael, Gabriel, and what was the third?
Raphael.
And Raphael.
What did they do to become the three main?
This is the one I didn't
They're-
get.
They're the three falling angels.
They're also the one that beat Lucifer
Yes.
or Satan. How do you
Nope.
call them? Hold on, let me get my dog to hush up. Answer the question how you call upon them. Well, I get her to.
But just say.
Me, when I start out my prayer for everything, I would say, like, if I'm calling out on Michael, I would like to call out on the Archangel Michael. And then I continue with my prayer.
If anybody ever needs something like they need to figure things out in life, you just call on Gabriel or Raphael, or they're there. They will help you. You just gotta ask them, because if they don't ask, they ain't gonna help. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, so I was like, I call upon Gabriel, please help me.
Explain what a medium is.
A medium is somebody that can actually talk and see the dead. Amy Allen is a good one from the Dead Files. But more or less they actually can talk and see the spirits that they are talking to.
How can they affect your investigation? The ninth pentagram is a gatekeeper.
Right.
And I know who the ninth pentagram is.
That's what Mike just said. The ninth pentagram is a gatekeeper.
That's Shorty. Short Fry? The one that we were talking about all the time? Shorty.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your question?
He's so tired, Tanya.
I know, we're almost done. We're at 23. How do they affect your investigation?
Oh, how do we?
And your evidence?
To me, a lot of mediums lead into what they want people to think instead of what's actually caught.
You have to find the right ones that, like, they can tell you, like, what's going on in your life, and nobody knows what's going on in your life except for that person. And it's like, damn, you're good,
But like I said, on a lot of cases that mediums help out, Yeah, they do get lucky. Don't get me wrong. They get damn lucky. But when it comes to a paranormal investigation, they can get the people that's like watching your show or watching your YouTube channel. They can point people in the direction they want you to go in. And that doesn't always mean the evidence will coincide with what the medium says.
Can you tell me what the different marks mean? Like scratch marks.
I know 2 is here.
One was death.
Death. 2 is I'm here. 3 is mock in the Holy Trinity.
Yes.
Speaking of that, you went upstairs and
Oh, she's seen it.
Guess how many scratches I got?
She's seen it.
1. So guess what? Does that mean who's gonna die? You better not. Well, yeah, Braxton won't let that happen.
She's seen it. Her and Mike both seen it.
Last question.
Woo!
It's a
All
doozy
right.
one though. It's a doozy, so I won't be cheering too fast.
Not
What
me.
is a spirit guide?
Daddy.
What is a spirit guide? Oh.
Someone that will help you
Yeah, someone that will help you.
in your
It's actually the spirit guide is actually the one that protects you and help you out through your mission in life.
and everybody has one. It just takes a while to figure out who it is, where
That was the next one.
Sorry.
How do you find your spirit guide?
Ask the archangels to help you if you're really into that, like if you really want to know.
Meditation, even.
Yep. If you really want to know, because there is this girl I watched. Her name is Melanie Beckler, and she has a third eye opening meditation. I love that meditation. It's so relaxing.
Yeah, and she keeps saying she doesn't fall asleep when she does.
I don't, because I'm in a deep trance.
She falls
No,
asleep.
I don't.
I fall asleep when I meditate too, but I wake up feeling relaxed. Can your spirit guide be a demon or a not good per se spirit?
Yes,
Why?
because I have one.
I
No, it's the way they are assigned to you.
Does that? Do you think that would let's say your spirit guide's a demon, that you are destined to go to hell, and if
No.
yours is an angel, you're destined? No. Okay.
No, because my spirit guide, Abraxas, he's actually a demigod of truth and false, right and wrong, but he was also deemed as a demon by the Christians because the Christians believe there is no other God on their Lord.
Okay, that is all the questions I have for this week. Now, like I said, next week's going to be intermediate and hard questions. I'll try to limit it 25 per question, or per one, because he just went through 50 questions in an hour and a half.
Wow.
But yeah,
Guys, it doesn't mean that we're like smarty pants and we know everything.
no, I'm fucking stupid as hell right now. I'll be honest.
We're not smart. I mean, when it comes to
And
Besides for licking feet, if you have a question you would like asked or answered next week, please put it down in the comment section so that way I can write them and make sure that I have them.
And guys, also Froggy has a thing. Did you record this one?
No, I did not because of my camera issue. I was trying to get it set up on the side ROM. But I normally do record them and I put them up on my paranormal channel so that way everybody can see them.
To or something, and
I don't know how.
Oh, it's fine. It is totally 100% fine.
I know, but I mean, it's both of us doing it, so
Right.
shouldn't we be able to do that?
But the only way you're doing is by downloading it.
Just throw my channel in your thing.
Yeah.
Do you have an email?
Yes, I do.
Maybe they can email you too.
Not for an hour and a half. It has to be broken down into 10-minute segments, which is a pain in the ass anyways. So why don't you just throw my name in?
She said maybe they can email you the questions.
Oh, yeah, you can email me the questions at TanyaRoyLove@gmail.com.
Tanya what?
RoyLove@gmail.com.
Tanya Roylove, okay.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay, but that ain't nothing like Jeff.him or whatever it is.
.com.
.com. Yeah,
And it's Tanya, TANJ.
Or how the sugar daddy says it. Tanja.
Yeah, Tangy.
Why is it spelled that way, Tanya? I'm just curious.
Because it's German. My mom was very okay. So my grandparents came from Germany, and when my mom was born, when my mom was little, she used to watch a little girl that came from Germany, and her name was spelled exactly like mine. Because you got to remember that in Germany, certain letters mean different sounds. Like the J is a Y.
It's on mute. Okay.
Well,
So at the end of the day, I got the name through my mom.
no, I
also
said something like that, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Also, my dad decided to name me after a stripper. So.
Wow. Okay. How rude.
It's better than my sister's name. I'll tell you that one.
God.
But like I said, I'm more than willing to write or take all the questions and research them up so that way I know that, Braxis has what he needs.
Well, not only that, I have what I need, Froggy. More
That way I can answer the questions too.
That has the information they need.
Right.
Yeah. I love learning stuff. I love research. So if you have questions that you want asked, I am more than welcome or more than willing to help answer those questions.
This was actually kind of fun because
Interesting.
I kind of learned some stuff.
Next time, I think I need to get some sleep beforehand.
You think?
Yes.
It's alright because you're gonna go on Dead by Daylight and you're gonna be wide awake like
Maybe.
you normally are.
No, because I'm going next door for an investigation.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I hope you have fun.
Oh, I will somehow.
Right.
I really wish my camera would have worked, but
I could try it on StreamYard's next. See if that helps.
Yeah, for some reason. Well, and I pulled up the Melon app, and it was working just fine. But as soon as I went to go join you, it's like, no, troubleshoot. It said it was locked or not properly installed, and I'm like,
What did you talk about, Willis?
I might have to try to do the Zoom thing again.
Okay.
but no, seriously, if you guys have any questions that you want answered, let us know because I will do the research.
And I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge, which
And-
may not be very much.
And even if he doesn't answer him or doesn't know the answer to the question, I can always answer it at that point in time too.
And we can get a phone friend.
Yeah, the phone a friend is a good
Oh,
one.
the sugar daddy.
I want to call the sugar daddy.
You would call a sugar daddy.
Come here, sugar daddy.
Or no, what he'll do is go, "Oh, daddy, I'm calling." Oh God. Oh, we tried to make it fun and interesting and weird.
But literally, a lot of these, I had notes written down underneath of them. When, where, and how hard, Mike? He said, bite me. When, where, and how hard?
Right. And no, I'm not going to be the one to do it. I'll let Missy do it.
No. You don't want to be my sugar daddy. It's very for Tansy up there. Tansy has a sugar daddy.
I do not have any sugar daddies. I have great friends that I like to fuck around with.
Do you have a daddy then?
Fuck them, my daddy died.
I know, but you got a good daddy on the stream.
Yes.
I mean,
Mike is one of my great friends, and I love picking his brain.
And the best part about who did you meet that great friend through?
You.
He's our number one mod. I mean, because he can, yeah, he's good. That's all I can say.
Mike threw a pickle up in the chat. Or is that a cucumber? I don't know.
It looks like a worm. A little worm.
Is that an inchworm?
Ooh. I think Missy just said he had an inchworm.
Is that a pickle in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
As long as it ain't a baby pickle. You know, those really short dill pickles.
Sweet baby gherkins.
The gherkin.
I know, Mike. I know. Hello, Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Sounds like we're calling Bucket our friend. Hi, Pumpkin.
Okay, I'll change his name. Hello, Cupcake.
Now, come on. Pumpkin just came in here. Now you're picking on him.
LOL, you wish.
No, wait a minute. What was that response to? What I said?
I think Tanya.
Yes, I think so, Nita.
What?
Is Dad's stream tomorrow? Or no, did he cancel it?
No.
He's not streaming this week.
He said he's spending time with family. So.
It's family time because it's Labor Day.
Yep.
I need to ask her that question.
What question?
What question?
Nina.
Well, ask.
Don't want to. It's about the stream the last time.
Oh.
On Dad's channel.
Oh. Oh, that.
Okay, so Nita, what you need to do is you need to get a hold of Abraxas so that way you can get a hold of Missy, because Missy has a question for you that should not be put on straight.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got her, baby.
But I think we did pretty good on the questions today.
Because I don't want to dog anybody, you know.
And those were easy questions. Sorry, Chris.
I'm screwed next week.
Why? Why? Why?
Nah, I'm good.
Huh?
Mike will be in chat and he can answer any questions that you don't answer.
I call my sugar daddy.
Missy's calling the sugar daddy.
I don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. Hey, at least I didn't say cunt.
Okay, hold on. I want to explain this whole sugar daddy thing. Chris was going out to eat. Mike asked for food. Mike said he'd pay for it. Missy said he was his sugar daddy. And I said, no, he's my sugar daddy. And me and Missy decided to argue back and forth jokingly on whose sugar daddy
You forgot.
Missy was.
You forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Chris ordered the Dr. Pecker. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Pecker.
And Chris
Cody.
likes ordering a diet Dr. Pecker.
I bet that poor girl was embarrassed.
Well, that's like my mom ordering the 2 recipes in a flurry.
But yeah, I mean, literally, it's a running joke because we're all good friends. And at the end of the day, it's all fun and games.
No,
Yeah.
It means no harm. We mean no harm in it. And we're just going to change Mike's nickname to Sugar Daddy.
I want a sugar daddy. Nobody wants to be my sugar daddy.
Right.
But
Why did you hit me?
go sleep. Just put the blanket over your head. That way you can go sleep like a parrot.
Why'd you hit me?
God, you're being dark.
But Mike, the question I have, in the beginning of the stream, when I stopped the stream because something was near Missy, did you see it? Because, like, the camera glitched out only on Missy. Everything else was normal, but Missy.
I blamed it on Abraxas. He
Missy
did
is a glitch.
it. He did it. It's his fault. That little guy inside.
No.
Why? I ain't broke stomach.
Yeah, they wanted food and you were hungry, so you wanted food too.
I'm missing comments.
Hi, Billy Stockman, the fam.
Hi, Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Yes, you see the two? Okay. So I'm not hallucinating or Doria, ain't it?
Yep. Trying to just paranoid.
Paranoid, yes.
No, I said paranoid.
She doesn't know what she means.
Yes, I do. Kind of, I think.
So, Tanya.
Oh, you're going to have to walk back on the stream. Yes, Chris.
So, do we have anything? What are we going to be doing next week?
We are going to be...
Intermediate.
And we're going to be doing intermediate just so I don't break Chris's brain too hard. But a lot of the subjects that I want to talk on next week is we did a lot of the basic questions, so that way, yeah, I know your phone is. We did a lot of the basic questions this week, so that way people who are not investigators can honestly learn something. Well, I'm going to break it down into beginner mode where, like, get me food, I'm starving. I want to break it down into, like, beginners so people learn, and then I'm going to go into more intermediate, and then I want to go into harder questions, but I also want to break it down into like tools, what specific tools are, and then I want to break it down into different forms of religion so that way it touch bases with everybody's religion, no matter whose religion it is,
Right.
and how the paranormal affects those religions, because I know like some Christians don't believe in spirits and ghosts and hauntings.
But they believe in the second coming of Jesus Christ.
And
So I mean, it all depends on your religious beliefs, your the belief in the beginning, and all of this stuff. So I want to break it down, and then also I want to break it down into demonology, which will have Mike up here, who is a more advanced demonologist, and then I want to also break it down into people on the spectrum or who have a mental disability like autism, schizophrenia, the things that honestly affect one another, you know, your daily life living, how it affects ghost hunting and how ghosts interact with them.
well, you know, like when we were down at the Convalescent Center, Amy had her dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods, yeah.
And it pointed to him when it was like when they were afraid of him. But then the weakest link was me. And I
I
got
can
her
see
shit.
that.
I'm like, I'm not the weakest link. And
Yes, she is.
Amy says, that's because you're in a wheelchair and you remind them of them, you know? So they're like protecting you. Like, because nothing happened to
We
me.
need to get back down there.
Nothing ever happened to me. I mean, Amy got
Chris
blood.
will send you a link as soon as we get done, yeah. If you don't pass out.
What about putting your link in?
Yeah, so that way you guys can talk to Nina. But they believe in the Holy Spirit, but not paranormal spirit. How two-faced they can be. Yeah, like I said, I really want to break it down because I honestly think, from an investigator's point of view, research is important. Whether you do it before or after an investigation, whether you do it before or after anything, you should really do research so that way you know what you're facing. Because if you get a name that comes through that spirit box that you know is a demon, then you can handle that on a better line basis. But I also know that demons do not like it when you have their name, so getting their name is a little bit more tricky.
Yep.
Right.
And they're going to give you a bunch of different names. And one of their famous names to always give is Zozo.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go to the zoo. Thank you very much.
And worst part about it, Zozo
See, he can
is
say
the demon of the Ouija board.
He can
Exactly.
say,
And
I won't touch you.
To here, like make this shorter. No, not this. This.
it's hard to even believe Zozo if you're not even using a Ouija board.
Like yours is short.
You can't, but we'll figure it out in a little bit. So, I mean, honestly, it all depends on the basis of your religion, how you believe, and what you think is going to come from this.
Right.
But I want to help people out. I want to make sure that they understand, and I want to be able to make this so people who are beginners or more advanced like Mike and Chris all feel welcome. Like, Mike is more advanced than Chris,
Yeah.
and Chris is more advanced than me. But the questions that I was coming up with, he's like, oh my God. And once again, that's because I honestly love picking people's brain and learning. And that's what investigating is about, is learning. We are researching
And Amy's
and
helping too, and
Yeah, Amy and my daughter, and my daughter is a firm believer that she don't believe in nothing.
well, guess what?
Better come out with me.
When your phone moves
I
on
can
your
make
own,
her-
honey, there's something going on.
I can make her believe.
Well, she believes, but she also believes that she wants more.
She wants more information. She
Yeah.
wants something more out of
Okay,
it.
all right. When
Yeah.
she's gonna have her phone off one of these days, and it's gonna turn on, and it's gonna go to the spirit box, and it's gonna say, "Hey, bitch, I'm here."
We've had
Exactly.
that happen to my phone, and it ended up being her
My
cousin.
yeah.
Exactly. So, and that's part of being a paranormal investigator and researcher is we are documenting the evidence that there is paranormal out there.
Right.
And we're just documenting. It's up to you guys to believe. And that's why we feel that these questions and these, answering these questions that like Amy, who is more advanced than I am, or my daughter who doesn't believe but believes, have these questions, want to know these questions.
Right.
Well, the
But-
answers to the questions, not the questions themselves.
Let's put it this way. The key in paranormal investigation is believing, but believing with a skeptical head.
Exactly. You should.
To be able to go look for where the noise came from, try to find out what created that noise, and if there's anything that could help it create that noise.
Exactly. You should go into an investigation believing that there is nothing there. And when you come out, you review the evidence, and then you can go back later and reinvestigate with, okay, there might be something here, and just continue to investigate until, and it just shows more evidence. But when you have people with 5, 6, 7 million subscribers that are out there faking their investigations and their information, it causes a bad name on people who are actually out there trying to prove that the paranormal exists.
Exactly.
I just realized something.
And when kids are involved, we all know they're loud. They never shut up.
Well, somebody just got the door closed on him.
Oh, I was talking about my son. He never shuts up. That's
But
why
listen, if I could have them for like a week,
You can work on it.
I can work on it with him. I can get him to calm down, and I can try to explain some of the things that he is hearing or seeing or what's going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because me and him have the same thing going on with us. Then what he probably knows.
Right.
Well, and see, that's another thing. Like, my son will go back and watch these streams, and he gathers more information from it. And we do research together because I'm not sending my son out there without the the knowledge on what necklaces you need to wear for protection, what crystals. I mean, his one crystal, I wish I could show the stream, but I showed you guys earlier. It's broken because of all the negative energy that has taken from him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we wear our protection on our sleeve, I guess you would say. With the tattoo.
But yeah,
Mike, I would honestly like if you did post more paranormal research on your YouTube, because it would help me. It would help my son. It would help Chris and Amy and Missy. It would help so many people who are out there that does not always get to go out there because they're scared.
Right.
And
Can
the main thing you got to realize when you do this, you got to go out there with the clear head. If your head's cloudy with things that happen throughout the day,
yeah, things are.
you could get hurt, or
They could offer you cookies to go upstairs.
Here's a for instance, okay?
or they could offer you cookies and chocolate milk to go downstairs.
See, here's the thing. We took Amy up to the Graham house, okay? And she was having a really bad day with people that were there that we didn't really want there, but they were there. And a spirit jumped into her body and took her over. I know it was real because she was looking right at me, never blinked, her facial expression never changed. And she was staring a hole through me. And she told me, "You all are going to die." That was the scariest shit that I ever had happen to me, because I'm like, oh.
I'd probably look at him and go, "Yes, everybody dies at one point in time."
Well, I said,
Well,
Can I have a more general explanation?
I was trying to keep my cool.
Well, the thing is, I asked when, and this person said tonight. I said, no, we're not going to die tonight. Try again.
Exactly, but also, from what I hear on that investigation, you had people taking things that should not have been taken.
Yep.
And that's another thing that I want to bring up and go into detail is when you are going into a investigation, you should never, ever take anything from that investigation because it will follow you because you took something of theirs.
Right, exactly. And you should never mock them, Like the guy that we were with, he started banging on, I don't know, pots and pans, the table, I don't know what it was, and he was going, "Hi, go." It was an Indian burial ground thing, or not Indian burial ground, but
It used to be in the Shawnee Indians' land.
right. And I'm
Exactly.
like, dude, you don't even know what the hell you just did.
Exactly. You should, and that's why I want to get this information out there. And that's why these questions are important and research. Even if it's me doing the research and Chris asking the questions and me coming back with, can I add more to it? Just like the energy vampires. I researched that because I did have them in my life.
Right.
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 Like I said, I researched it all about just vampires alone. And that's when I seen the whole thing about the energy vampires are the ones that attack your aura. It's like, really? This actually does exist? And then it said there was over 1,000 cases in New York City alone.
Right.
It's like, oh my God.
I'm going to do research on that name.
What?
What name?
Kipton.
Yeah.
What is it?
Kiptid, it's demon.
Oh.
But that's another thing. Like, I want to learn about all the different demons and all the different archangels. And I don't know if other people do. And I don't know if other people want to learn mythology or whatnot. But in the end, mythology, Greek mythology, folklore, myths, all of that plays into the paranormal because it's one thing passed down from another.
Yep.
Even if some of the details change, there's the fact in there of This was what it was. This is what we seen. And this is the general location of what we seen.
Exactly.
Not only going into an investigation with the clear mind, Tanya, you shouldn't show fear. You shouldn't show, you shouldn't run, you know? We were out on an investigation. I told Ty, whatever you do, keep calm, you know, go with a clear head, and whatever you do, don't run. I'm telling you, that girl was out there in McAdams Road, when at night, something was running with her. She ran as fast as she could. She Superman jumped into the car, and she goes, "That was fucking scary." I'm like, Ty, you should have ran. She's like, "I know, but it scared me."
But yeah, and picking, if you have a friend that does investigations and stuff, if you really want to get into it, ask them to teach you. Ask them to go with them. Because everybody investigates differently.
Yep.
You should always say your prayers before you enter a site, after you enter a site, just so that way, you're in the clear. But at the end of the day, everybody investigates differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, me, I'm going to go into the other house and I'm going to investigate how I investigate.
Mm-hmm.
I say my prayers, and normally I'll just sit there in one room for a very long time, and I won't make a lot of noise because I know that it can affect it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I also have people that are willing to go in the scary parts and investigate.
Yep.
And that's where me and you investigate different. Because
Right.
if I hear a noise, I have to go see what it is.
Right.
I'm balls to the wall to that area.
Now, what was that one place that we heard about where they handcuff each other together? That would not be a good idea.
That'd be Penn State.
I'm not one to want to go check it out. If I'm attached to him with the handcuffs, he'd be dragging my ass. I'd be like, oh, hell no. Fuck this. Get me out of these cuffs.
Exactly. And that's where Chris, you, Missy, and I would be a great team, because I'd be like, okay, did you hear that? Chris would go investigate, and I would continue my investigation at home, at where I was at.
Yeah.
Well, you would have Missy there to keep you company.
Nothing at the Covenant, nothing bothered me. These guys were scratched, pushed, whatever, But it was like they were protecting me and they didn't want me to get hurt. But I wouldn't go down Cheese and Die hallway. No.
Yeah, that's true. Missy wouldn't go down.
And I lived down there.
Exactly. So, and that's another thing. Even if you guys are together as a group and you have multiple people out there, one could go to the left, one could go to the right, one could go forward, and one could stay at the command center and just keep in contact with everybody.
Yeah.
Just because you're going out in a group does not mean that you have to stay in the group per se, but at least you have walkie-talkies to keep each other updated. Cell phones. Hey, I tripped, I fell, my ankles hurt, I need EMT here. That is why it is important to go out with somebody else.
Yeah, it's always good for safety in numbers.
Like if I were to go to the other house and something pushed me down the stairs, ain't nobody gonna hear me. I'd be knocked out.
All right.
So to have one of the people from this house go with me, at least if I get pushed down the stairs, homie can call 911 and get me out of the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where it's bad in my case, because when I do go out by myself,
which I don't like.
I have no one there that I can count on to come help me.
But
But I
Now-
get my best evidence when I am there by myself.
But let's say, even if you left Missy in the car, Missy can still call 911 if you are not back in a certain time. Just like, let's say you go out by yourself and Missy stays home. You call her when you get there, say, I'm doing a 30-minute investigation. I will call you exactly in 30 minutes. You set that timer and you call her. If you do not call in that 30 minutes, at that point in time, Missy has every right to call 911 and get them out to do a well check on you.
You won't do that. You won't do that.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to let people know where you're going on these investigations, because if something does happen to you, at least they know where you're at, how to get there. They can easily get EMT out to you. They can do a wellness check on you. And those are very important when it comes to paranormal investigation. And that brings it down to why it's important not to go out alone, or if you do go alone, make sure you have somebody there with you. Well, not that with you, but make sure you have somebody on that phone who knows where you're at.
Exactly. And I've done so many by myself. I said, yeah, I'll be back later. Which,
if you don't come back within 24 hours, you could be dead.
yep.
So if you were to say, hey, I'll be back in 1 hour, or I will call you when I leave in an hour, that is giving Missy the time. Okay, it is 5 o'clock. He will be back, or call at 6 o'clock. Somebody in the household can look at that clock and be like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. Where is Abraxas?
Exactly.
You won't.
But I get too excited when I decide to go out and I'm gone.
I'm gonna say something. Chris, oh my god, that Mother's Day investigation. I'll be back in a little while. Yeah. What, like 2 hours, 3 hours later, something like that? I don't
It was
know.
only an hour and a half long. and it was
Whatever.
about a 25 minute drive out there and back.
Okay, when you don't see the time drags. Okay,
I was okay.
And I
You
was
see me on
really-
live stream.
until I put on my phone and went something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a place on Mother's Day that they didn't want me going back to.
And that's when you had rank videos in it. Over 1,000.
No,
No? I thought it was.
that was the Jackson prison.
Anyhow, can we end this, honey? Or something? Because I know you're tired and I gotta go see it.
So, Froggy,
Yes.
are you ready for your investigation tonight?
Yes, I am.
Did any of the information I give help you?
Yes, it did. And
No.
trust me, I took notes. If you would like to see the notes, I can show you pictures
No.
of the notes, but they're
That's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 pages.
Oh my
Is that front and back?
3 are front and back, and 1 is front with the name that I have to research afterwards.
You would think that this is like a business or something. She's so
Right.
this is this, you know. Any last words, Tanya?
I love y'all. Thank you for coming, and I hope this information really helps you out.
Well, what about you, Missy?
Love and light, guys. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It was a good time. Froggy, you're crazy.
Well,
I'm not
Tanya.
crazy. I just like knowledge.
Like research.
Good luck tonight. I hope everything goes safe for you. Like I said, if you get scared, there's no shame in turning away.
Is this piece like
I
bread?
will, Mike. I will look at it as soon as I get done with this.
Looks bread.
No, his face is not red. It is normal.
Alright, then it's my eyes then. Okay.
But yeah, enjoy yourself tonight. Don't go alone.
Nope, I got people coming with me.
Cool.
How many?
2.
Not enough.
And when are you gonna upload it, or is it gonna be?
When I get home, I'm gonna upload it.
Oh, okay. So
I'm gonna hook my camera up and upload it that way because I don't have a flash drive to insert it. Anyways, it will be on my memory card, and I will get it uploaded onto the computer.
when will it
Okay.
hit? Tomorrow?
Yeah, it will hit tomorrow.
Okay.
If you guys want to see how today's investigation goes, I will probably upload that Monday.
I still say you need to go back and you need to slowly pan your camera. That way you don't, it's
And
not a bunch of blurs.
And I think a lot of that was because I was tired.
Yep. And you shouldn't have went out when you were tired.
You know him.
You know me.
Froggy.
I know him. He's not always smart, but tomorrow he will be more rested.
There is only one place I turned down going to, being dead ass tired.
Okay, but what did we just talk about? Going out there with clear head.
I had a clear head.
Tomorrow's
Really empty.
It was it was completely empty, Chris.
Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so that might actually help your investigation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want
She
to take my
said no.
camera out
She said no. Did you see her?
if it's raining.
Put it in a Ziploc baggie.
Yeah, but you won't be able to hear anything. Except for
Chris,
the...
if it's like the car windows, yes, you will.
Exactly. You will be fine. Go out tomorrow, slowly pan your camera so we can see more because, homie, you know I like taking that bit by bit.
Would you quit?
Yeah, I know.
Quit.
So I love y'all. I'm gonna get up off here and read some notes that I need to learn.
Oh,
And
research.
of course research.
To make our life more horrible and miserable. Like, I don't know.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Much
Have
love.
fun.
Bye.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming in. Much love to each and every one of you. Nina, I will send that link to you in Twitter. Guys, I know I don't follow my rules as well as I probably should.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know this. But I get a lot of my best evidence when I am by myself, because my shit could change either within an hour or a half hour and I'm done. But a lot of times when I get the better evidence, it's when I am by myself, no one around me or anything like that.
And it also helps that I'm not there saying, Chris, are you okay?
Right.
Oh, hi. Baby.
But yes, guys, much love. If you guys do this, please say your prayers. Take your protection.
He comes on the bed. He's like, oh no.
Oh, baby girl.
Are you guys done?
Huh? Oh
Baby girl.
Say your prayers. Take your protection.
Awesome.
Stop.
Have fun with it. Be safe.
Why were you one
And I will talk to you guys later. Nina, like I said, I sent that into Twitter for you.
Come on, baby girl.
Peace.
She's a puppy.